Welcome back everyone. Today we're diving into a useful feature in Professional Ship Simulator, the Autopilot. From setting a steady heading to creating a route across a map following plotted waypoints. Let's get into it. First up is the simplest mode, setting a heading. This mode tells the ship to hold a specific heading and nothing fancy, just dial in and go. There are two ways to visually see the Autopilot function for your ship. You can either use the HUD panel on the right side or the console within the wheelhouse or bridge on the APX5 panel, and you can activate those with your left mouse button on the HUD or the X key or your preferred binded key. Okay, you can see on the HUD here to the right, we have now selected the mode to heading by using the left mouse button. The course, we've dialed it in, and now the car ferry will react. I'll now select a couple of different headings and you will see how the ship automatically turns to that heading and maintains it, compensating for wind, waves and current. This works great for long straight travel, open water cruising and testing ship handling across different vessel types. Now for the more advanced mode, Waypoint Autopilot. This lets you plot a full track route on the map using waypoints. Perfect for navigating channels, avoiding shallow areas or planning along voyages. Okay, by pressing the M key it brings up our map. You can see our map here. We are the ship in the middle. We're going to plot a course now, but you can see in the left it's got our latitude, longitude, heading and distance to a waypoints for our ship. We'll plot up to 7 points now. Now what you can do if you make an error throughout, you can just press the delete key and it will delete the waypoints. You'll see a track directly from our ship going to waypoint 1. That's our next waypoint that the ship is picking up. It's automatically gone to 7, but we'll flick it back to a number 1 by just selecting the individual waypoint. Now you can drag your waypoints if you make an error or want some minor adjustments. So as we're doing with number 1 there, we're showing you how you can move those all around. Make some minor adjustments up here and we are done. Okay, let's activate the waypoint. We're not going to do it through the HUD this time, but if you wanted to, you would click the right mouse button on the mode and off you go to your waypoint. We're going to do it in the wheelhouse, so off we go to the wheelhouse and we're going to select the navigation panel, the APX5, and there we go. We're off to 319. I think that'll change to 320 in a moment. We're going to waypoint 1 of 7. And we'll zoom in here and have a bit of a look. So yes, 1 of 7. We've got 550 meters to go. The blue bar shows us our progress. The ETA to waypoint is about 1.5 minutes. ETA to destination, waypoint 7 is under 13. Destination distance is 2.3 nautical miles, and our turn radius is currently set to 50 meters. We can use the mouse buttons to adjust this. It does depend on which ship you have. They do range with a minimum and max. And that's how you set up your waypoints. This system works across all ship types, from ferries to tankers, and especially useful for tight harbour approaches or long distance passages. Okay, the final feature of the Autopilot system is to be able to save and reload our plotted waypoints. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so we're just going to set ourselves on a heading at the moment. We're going to jump into the map, quickly plot down some waypoints. Nice and simple. Okay, we're going to go over to our console or our laptop over here. Select that and that will bring up our ship overview. We're going to go to the route section there and we're going to select add new. We're just going to quickly verify we've got our correct course and we're going to go back and press save. Done. As you can see, there is quite a few other routes that I have saved in the drop down menu, but when we go back to our own one, you can see just above it does give us an ETA for that particular route we've selected. Now that route ETA is calculated at 80% of the ship's maximum speed that you're currently in. Now that we've learned how to save the route, now we're going to activate our waypoint system like we learned earlier. We're not going to do it through the HUD. We're going to jump straight into the wheelhouse and we're going to activate it directly from the console. But you can, if you remember earlier, just right click on the HUD on the mode and that will activate our Autopilot. Once you're on your way with your waypoint route, you can track your progress through the large map utilizing the M binded key the GPS console screen within the bridge or the wheelhouse, as well as the HUD panel and the HUD map. Okay, we'll quickly open up a couple of routes to show you them that I've previously saved. We'll open up route 1 and route 2. And then what we'll do is we'll open up our just saved route that we just created in the video. You can also use the OpenCPN or your preferred real-world navigation program to create routes outside the game. As long as the file is compatible GPX file, you can export these to the Sim's ship routes directory, and you can load them as you see here from the ship overview laptop console. This also allows you to open up your save route within game into OpenCPN. That's it, and until next time, stay afloat. Please like, subscribe, and if the sim interests you, you can go wishlist it now.